Hi everybody, Peter here. I'm fresh back from Dublin Comic Con. My first trip to Ireland. More about that later on in other videos. I went to Dublin Comic Con with my good pal James T. Keegan and we had a great time. So this con was a huge in a fantastic kind of centre which had about I think 5 or 6 different floors worth of geeky goodness. Now when we got there it was quite calm and quiet to start with, but it certainly started to pick up as the day went on. Full of cosplayers, stalls, all kinds of stuff, and some celebrity guests as well. What we're going to do, guys, is I'll chip on as we go through this, but I'm just going to show you some sexy pictures of the different stuff you could get. Really nice to see some comic book vendors at this con. I think there was about 4 or 5 in total. I really liked the fact that some of the stalls had kind of key boxes, so you didn't have to go searching forever. Some great props there as well. Lots of nice stuff to see from Star Wars, Dark Knight, all that kind of jazz. And some great art prints. Really like these. These were really vibrant. Nice to see a good selection of D&D products starting to hit the convention scenes as well. I'm a big D&D fan from back in the day. Really nice to see it making a bit of a comeback. Loved these thrones. Obviously I pull off look much better than James, I think, but yeah, cool. Oh my god, this cosplay was bloody terrifying. Absolutely stunning work. This was phenomenal. Superb to see a few 1/6 scale action figures hitting the market as well. This was really cool. I quite like the look of the Brandon Roth Superman, but I didn't pull the trigger at the end of it. Some really nice figures there. You can see a whole host of vintage ones. That Planet of the Apes one's caught my eye, and I did go back to it later on. Little Mr. Keegan there with his chubs up playing some vintage arcade games. I kicked his ass on them. Lots of nice vintage action figures as well. Great array of Thundercats there and your Marvel Legends and all that kind of stuff. Some pretty cool figures overall. Loved these vintage Transformers. Really got my eye on the Metroplex at the back there. But yeah, loved them. Absolutely loved them. Again, more comic book sellers. Great setup for keys and also for CGC books. As ever with these kind of cons, the prices are a little bit higher than you might be able to find if you know what you're looking for on eBay and the likes. But nevertheless, great to see comic book sellers here. Pops, I can't abide bloody pops, but they're everywhere. Some cool vintage vehicles there, loving the Ecto 1. And it was nice to see a local celebrity, Shane from 1/6 Figure Focus. Shane's got an amazing YouTube channel dedicated to 1/6 figures. Please go check him out. Cosplayers were on point at this convention and you'll see them throughout this video. And I also got to meet Jesus, which was nice. Not met him before. Just go back and look at that little lady's face in between. She didn't look very happy. Anyway, I got to meet this guy, Hagrid. Spot the difference. Not sure which one's which there, but yeah, that was good fun. These guys were amazing, particularly the young lass who was playing Storm. Superb. Pokemon cards, lots of those at this convention, and lots of vintage figures, as you will have seen throughout the vid. Star Wars, Thundercats, He-Man, all kind of stuff. Another cosplayer, yeah. And these were interesting. These were kind of, I don't know what you'd call them, sexualized heroes. Quite interesting. Loved this guy's alien costume, this young lad's costume. It was brill. Lots of great effort from lots of great people putting in this. I'm always knocked back by the amount of effort people put in. Lego minifigures, not my cup of tea, but very popular these days at cons. Lots to do with gaming at this con, including a developer's kind of level upstairs. Some great graphic novels for you to pick through from Forbidden Planet, all kinds of different sellers as well. There's that Planet of the Apes figure again. I like it, but I'm not paying 90 quid for it. Some great loose figures here. You can fill your boots here. Every character you can imagine. These Transformers, some mix of vintage and new stuff really caught my eye. In particular, these guys, the Dinobots, very cool, but the prices were just a bit too much. Some great 3D printed stuff you could pick up. I really need to look a little bit more into this 3D malarkey because you can make some amazing figures, as you can see there. Again, looking at those vintage figures again, those vehicles, that Ecto one's got my my juices flowing. We've got an amazing setup for Transformers. Loved this. Someone's put a lot of time and effort into that. That's what I picked up. 4 action figures, €5 a figure. That's less than £4. Bloody hell, mint. Lots of celebrities there. James loved these guys. These were from Grand Theft Auto. There was a Ranger there. And probably one of the most exciting guests that I saw was the guy who plays Bender in Futurama. Very, very cool. I was excited to meet this guy. This is Declan. He's the guy who did the artwork for the recent Thundercats #1. I took a blank cover for him to get a sketch, hopefully, and he signed it, but he wasn't doing remarks, sadly. I did pick up his Old Dog book, and he did actually do a little remark in this, which without being asked, which was very, very nice of him. Disappointed I didn't get a remark on Thundercats 1. Overall, what did I think of this convention? I think this place was friggin' great. I had an amazing time in Ireland and in Dublin in particular. Loved meeting up with my pals, and I would definitely go back. That's your whack. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you've liked this video, please do hit that like and subscribe button, and we will catch you next time. Take care.